everybody, this is Rebecca Jane from yogawithrebeccajane.com. Welcome to this 30-minute practice. And if you haven't already signed up for my live online yoga classes, check out my website either above or you can go to the link below. This week is focusing on the body. Love your body. It's not so easy, is it? Sometimes it depends on, where you are in your, I suppose, stage of life. And, I think every stage is, we often find things that we don't like. But at the end, obviously, at the end of the day, as the phrase they use in America, at the end of the day, this is it. This is your body, right? So this whole week is really about focusing on all the good things, like strengthening it, toning it, moving it, but also loving it. So what we have right now is all we have, right? But we can enhance it. It's actually less than enhance it. It's more about caring for it. So when we strengthen our bodies, we're help, thank God it's good for us, right, to have a strong core. It's not just appearance-wise. Oh, yeah, that helps. That's a bonus. But really, it's about when I see people who don't strengthen their core, they end up with back problems. I know somebody I work with who is a little bit younger than me, and has huge problems with her body because she just hasn't exercised. So it's inevitable, and that's not an old person, okay? So, and it can go even younger. So we really need, it's about strengthening, toning, flexibility, all the things that we do. So we're going to sit for a moment in our easy seat, and take a moment to sit tall. And I want you to kind of get in touch with your body, the shape it's in at this moment. How the head and the pelvis are aligned. And if they're not, you adjust, make those micro adjustments. Hands resting on the knees. So today is love and presence. It's a heart opening class. So lots of mini camels to regular camels. So that's where we stretch open the front of the body. So let's start to take some more deep breaths in and out. The breath is our breathing, our Ujjayi breath helps to move our life force, our prana through the body, the chi. And if we're stuck just in the chest breathing, you don't get the full benefit. We need our prana to be moving throughout the body, not just in certain areas. Let's take 3 more deep breaths in and out. One more deep breath in, and as you breathe out, let the eyes gently open, and we're going to transition onto our hands and knees. Have a block at the front of the mat. We only need 1, or you could use 2. You might need 2. Otherwise, come onto hands and knees as press back into a child's pose. We're going to go through a flow in just a moment. Just get yourself nice and stretched out, especially after a long weekend. And let the breath flow in and out. Think of the prana moving through the body from the crown of the head all the way down to the feet, through the arms, circling the heart. And let's inhale, come to all fours. Let's start with a few cats and cows to warm up the body, to warm up the spine. So Inhaling, arching the back. Exhaling, rounding. Make these just a gentle cat and cow. It's too easy to kind of go into this, let me get as much out of this as possible. We take it slow. So presence and love, being present, is an important part of living. Let's come back to neutral. Let's press back into that child's pose. Just move your feet a little further back, but enough room so you can be able to put your hands behind your feet. Reach the arms forward into child's pose. And then inhale, I want you to slide through into cow. Through cow. Exhale, curl toes under, press up, downward facing dog. Inhale, lower knees back down. Slide, press back into child's pose. Reach the arms a little further forward, then inhale, float through cow, and then lower yourself down, a mini chaturanga on the knees, and lower yourself down, and then lift up into cobra or sphinx. You choose, especially this early in the practice. Lower yourself back down, come back up to all fours. Press back into child's pose, arms long and strong. Let's inhale, come back to all fours, float through the cow. Exhale, curl toes under, downward facing dog. Inhale, lower the knees to the ground. Exhale, press back, child's pose, arms long. Walk your hands tiny bit further forward. Inhale, slide forward through your cow. Lower yourself down, mini chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, lifting through the heart. Exhale, lower down, press back into child's pose. Slide your hands next to your feet. So touch your fingers to your feet. Take a deep breath in and lift up, sitting on your heels. Head towards the ceiling. Slide your hands on the ground behind you on your fingertips. Take a deep breath in, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift your heart. This is a mini camel or baby camel. And then hands to the thighs. Slide your hands to your knees, round the spine into cat. Then inhaling, sliding your hands back behind your bottom on the fingertips, peel the heart open. And then hands back to the thighs, slide them to your knees, round the spine. Let's just do that one more time. Hands behind your back on the ground. Inhale, lift your heart. And then take an inhale and exhale, walk your hands forward. Child's pose. We're going to do another set. Inhale, come to all fours. Exhale, press up, downward facing dog. Inhale, lower the knees to the ground. Exhale, press back into child's pose. Walk your hands a little further forward. Inhale, float through the cow. Lower yourself down, chaturanga. Come onto the belly. Inhale, cobra. Baby cobra. And then exhale, lower yourself down, press back up onto all fours, press into child's pose. Let the arms slide next to your feet, your fingers, and then take an inhale, lift back up onto your heels, sitting up tall, hands behind your back, baby camel. Inhale, lift the heart. And then exhale, hands to the thighs, slide the hands towards your knees, round the spine. Inhaling, hands behind your feet on the fingertips. Presence and love. And then hands slide to your knees. That's two. We'll just do two there. Inhale, come back to all fours. This time, curl toes under, downward facing dog. Take a moment in downward facing dog. Hasta Bandha hands, pressing through the center of those hands. The second knuckles, breathing in, doing some swaying of the hips from side to side. Breathing in and out. Oh, this feels nice. And then from here, bring the feet together. So listen closely. Walk your hands a little further forward. So we're going into this dog plank, upward dog plank. Oh, actually, let me give it another name. It's cow plank. So you're coming forward, but your tailbone continues to lift. Arch to the back, let the belly soften. Looking forward, and then exhale, press back into downward facing dog. Press the heels to the ground, lift your the chest towards your thighs, and inhale, arch the back. Your bottom is lifting up. It's a funny shape. Chest forward, look forward. And then exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Let's lower the knees to the ground. Let's press back into child's pose. Exhale. Let's inhale, come all the way up to all fours. Let's lower down, chaturanga. Inhaling into cobra. Maybe go up higher. Maybe it's upward facing dog if you're feeling much more open. Oh. And then exhale, lower down. Let's lift back up onto all fours. Curl toes under, this time downward facing dog. Let's take a deep breath in. Bring your left foot in towards your right foot. Right leg reaches up behind you. And then step right foot to right thumb. Lift up into your high lunge. Open the feet a little bit wider so you're coming up nice and tall. Reaching the arms up to the sky. If you have to come onto your back knee, feel free. Opposite hand, opposite elbow. Head between your arms. Take a deep go. Let your back leg bend. Breathing in, and then as you breathe out, press back with those arms. Lift the heart up. So again, if your legs are really wobbly today, do it with your left knee down. And breathe in, opening up that heart. Release the hands from the elbows, lower the hands down. Lower your left knee down this time. Left hand inside your right foot, right arm reaches up, revolving lunge, low lunge. And if you feel like you want to lift your left knee off the ground, that's fine. Breathing in and breathing out. And then lower that right hand back down. Lower that left knee down. Bend your left knee, sweep your right arm back behind, and grab a hold of that left foot. Or place your right hand on your lower back if there's no way you can touch that foot. Peel open your heart. Breathing in and out. Lower your left foot down. Step back, downward facing dog. Oh, I had a cramp in my left leg. Take a deep and bring your feet back together again, touching. Hands forward, take an inhale. Forward into that cow plank. Lift your tailbone up, look forward. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Draw the tummy muscles in. This is a really great core strengthener. Inhaling, lifting heart forward, tailbone lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lower the knees to the ground. Press back into that child's pose. Exhale. Inhale, float forward. Lower yourself down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Easier now, right? Exhale, lower down. Curling toes under, press back into child's pose. Slide your hands next to your feet. Sit up on those heels. Hands again behind your back. Now you have an option of going a little bit higher this time, lifting your bottom off your heels or keep the bottom on the heels. Opening up, going a little deeper. And then lower your bottom down. Come back into all fours. Curl toes under, downward facing dog. Bring those feet together. Walk your hands a little further forward. Let's inhale 2 sets of those cow planks. Inhale forward, exhale, press back. Inhaling forward. You can always do this with your knees down. I neglected to mention. Come back, exhale, downward facing dog. Work your feet so now they're hip distance. Let's reach your left leg up to the sky. Let's step your left foot to your left thumb. Feet are wide-ish, about hip distance. Lift all the way up into your high lunge. Reach the arms up to the sky. Bend your back leg and take hold of those elbows. Breathing in, lifting up through those elbows and then drawing them back. Lifting the heart, letting it pour open. Allowing the sun eventually to pour into that heart. Now it's probably the moon. Holding and breathing, and then lowering those hands back down to the ground. Right hand inside your left foot. Either lower that right knee down or keep it up and lift that left arm up to the sky. Revolving lunge. And then lower that right knee down. Bend your right leg, sweep your left hand behind, grab hold of that foot or place the hand on your back. And then stretch that right thigh. Lifting your heart forward. And then lower your right foot down, framing your left foot, pressing back, downward facing dog. Let's inhale into child's. You can always take a child's and take a few breaths here if you'd like. Otherwise, follow me through this flow. Sitting back to your heels, child's pose. Inhale, float through the cow. Lower yourself down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, peeling up in your heart. Heart and presence. Let's stay here for a moment in cobra. If this is too much, you can always come onto forearms. And then lower yourself back down. Curl toes under, come back in onto all fours. Press back into child's pose. Slide your hands next to your feet and lift onto your heels. Hands behind your back. Take a deep breath in. Either the bottom stays on the heels or maybe lift the bottom off. And then lower your bottom down. Walk your hands forward. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. Breathing in presence. Presence as you breathe in. Presence and love. The two match. They go together. They align. And then that's from here. Take a deep breath in. When you finish that 3rd breath, let's actually take one more breath here. Presence. And then bring your left foot in towards your right foot. Right leg reaches back up to the sky. Step right foot to right thumb. Flatten out that back foot. They do not have to be aligned here. So you're actually in the warrior, you're in the warrior 1 shape. So they're heel to heel. And then let's lift all the way up into our warrior 1s. Reach the arms up. Back foot is flat on the ground. And then bring your hands behind your back, interlace. Slide your hands down your bottom. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Lean forward towards that right leg. Let your head drop. Humble warrior. Oh, I love this one. And then from here, release the hands to your lower back. Stay in this shape. You're all the way down to the ground. Take hold of your block. You can have any height here. And you're going to adjust your feet and lift your left leg up into your half moon. Left hand on the left hip, left arm reaches. Maybe. That's a maybe. The other option, if you want to go a little further, bend your left leg, grab hold of your left foot. So we're going into some, kind of real balancing things today. And then lower your left foot down. Lower the hands to the ground, step back, downward facing dog. Let's inhale into plank. This is a regular plank this time, just a plank, and then lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. I used to really dislike cobras. So the last year or so, I finally like them. And I think because my body I can open up a little bit more. Lift up onto your knees, press back, downward facing dog. Bring your left foot up behind you. Lift it up to the sky. Step left foot to left thumb. Flatten out your back foot into that warrior one shape. So your back foot is planted to the ground. Lift up, arms reaching. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace with the unfamiliar interlace. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Take a deep breath in. Lift arms off your back. Drop your head towards the inner part of your left leg. Humble warrior. Breathing in and out. And then lower the hands to your back. Bring your block over towards your left foot. Lift your right leg up. Right hand on your right hip. Half moon. Peel open that right hip. Now you have an option of staying here. Some of us, this is just enough. Or bend your right leg. Grab hold of that right foot. Kicking that right heel into your bottom. And then pushing the foot away. Kicking that right foot into your hand. And then lower your right hand down. Press step back into your downward facing dog. Let's lower the knees to the ground. Let's press back into child's pose. Keep the breath flowing. Ujjayi breath. So love your body. No matter what it's like today, accept where it is today. Every day's different. Mondays are different from Tuesdays, and of course they keep changing throughout the week. And then let's come up onto our heels. We're going to do a full camel. So you might feel like you need something for your knees. So if you want to continue with baby camel, feel free. Otherwise, lift up off of your heels. And then you have an option of curling the toes under or flattening them out. Or, either one. Hands on the hips. Take your thumbs. Take your tailbone, tuck it under. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Then lean back. Now you have an option of just staying here with the hands on your hips or taking your hands onto your heels. And then if your hands are on your heels, hips press forward, chest lifts up. And breathe here, peeling open your heart. And then lift back up, hands back on your hips. Sit on your heels. Just take a pause here. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Posture. Creating space for the heart to beat. the lungs to breathe. Lifting all the way up. One more time. Curling toes under. I like the curling toes under. But some of us are very flexible, so we don't need to curl the toes under. Hands on the hips. Take your thumbs, tuck your tailbone under, squeeze your shoulder blades. Lift your heart upward, leaning back. Either stay here with the hands where they are or come onto those heels with those fingers. Lift your heart up a little bit more and push your hips forward. Inhaling and exhaling. And then slowly lift yourself back up. And then come into a child's pose. Yes. Make a little pillow with your arms. So heart openers are stimulating poses. Back bends are stimulating, so they give you energy. So something I think we probably all need to some degree. Come on to walk yourself back up. Swing your legs forward. Lower yourself onto your backs. Ease yourself down. So we did some core work today, a lot of strength in our front flexibility. Hug your knees into your chest. We've done enough back bends. Lift your legs up to the sky and just leave them there for a moment. So, and you can, if you want, you could always place something, a block underneath your bottom. And just these are legs up the wall. If you're very much into doing shoulder stands, I'll try and get to that. I'm going to plan on getting to shoulder stands this week, but this is the variation that is nice after a semi-intense class. Let the breath settle now. You don't ujjayi breath, gets placed to the side and back to your natural breathing. And then hug your knees into your chest. Take your knees over to the left, right arm over to the right. T arms. So palms up, turn your gaze to the right. Oh, feels good. So how do you feel about your body? Are you unkind to it? Do you look in the mirror and say, ugh? Next time you look into the mirror, either say, I love you, body, which sounds cheesy. Inhale the knees back up. Or just say, you know what? Thank you. Hug your knees into your chest. There's a quote in the email. Read it. Knees to the right. It's about accepting your body. Appreciating it. Open the arms out to the side. Perfect or not perfect. Ideal or not ideal. It's here. Turn your gaze to the left. If you tell it you don't like it, poor thing, it doesn't feel good. It's doing such hard work for you. And then lift your knees back up. Give yourself a hug. And then take your left foot to the left corner, right to the right. Let your whole body, give it permission to relax for 2 to 5 minutes. Even when I'm sealing the practice, I'm ending the practice, stay put for another few minutes. Let it go, let it go. How beautiful this is. Starting the day. And I will come up to seal the practice. You stay put. Such a small moment in time. And as I bring my hands in front of my heart to seal this practice, I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I do have live online classes. Feel free to check out my website either above or look at the link below. And don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe, and comment. Namaste.